Hello students, how are you all? Fine. So today we are going to continue with the first chapter, and today we are going to learn about the programming languages, okay? And before this we learn about the categories of the computers or the types of the computers. So now what is a language? Language is a medium to communicate with someone. Through language we can talk to anyone, we can make him understand our views and ideas. So programming language means the language which is used to communicate with the computer. Okay, programming. We talk to the computer, we instruct the computer through programs. We give computer instructions. Those instructions are known as a program. So when we write those instructions, we need a language so that computer can understand. Okay, so here we are going to learn about various programming languages. Okay, so we have so many languages like the first generation programming language. First generation means the language that came first. Okay, that was first designed to communicate with the computer. The first generation programming languages, this language used the binary codes. Means here we did not use any English word to communicate with the computer. We use the binary codes. Binary codes means 0 and 1. For example, if you want to tell computer to add some numbers, so to tell add, we use some codes like 011 to for adding and 110 for the subtraction and so on. So these binary codes use 0 and 1 to give instructions to the computer. So we can also say that this language is also known as machine language or low level language. Machine language because this was specifically designed for the machine, that is for the computer. So this is also called as a machine language or low level language. Okay, so in this computer directly understand machine language, but programmer find it difficult. So here it was very easy for the computer to understand what is the meaning of 001, but it was very difficult for us to remember these codes, like the code for the subtraction, code for the multiplication, and there were so many codes, so it was a bit difficult to remember. And most and when we design one program on one machine, so we can only run that program on that machine. Okay, means we cannot design any program on one machine and run it on another machine. So we use one program for one machine only. So this was a bit difficult. Okay, so afterwards we just designed the second generation language, which is 2GL, second generation language. So second generation programming language uses short words. So instead of binary codes 0 and 1, this language uses short words, and those short words known as mnemonic codes. For example, for addition it uses ADD, add. For subtraction it uses SU and MUL for the multiplication and so on. And we also say that this language is known as low level programming language or assembly language. First generation was also known as the low level programming language, but machine language also, but here we can say it is assembly language. Okay, so and this language was also machine dependent, means it depends on one machine where it is created. We can only run it on the machine where it is created, same as the machine language. Okay, so it was also a bit difficult for the users, but as comparative to machine language it was easy to use. Okay, so now afterwards we use a third generation language. Third generation language is also known as high level language. These were the low level programming language, but these are the high level programming language. Okay, and these were the machine independent, means we design it on one machine and we can use it on another machine. Okay, so these languages are very user friendly, means these languages were very simple to understand and use the English words, normal English words. Okay, that are very easy to remember. Okay, and it is machine independent. Fine, some examples are C, basic. I think base you have also learned basic in third or fourth standard. logo and the basic. Okay, so these were the third generation language. Now afterwards we have the fourth generation programming language. Now fourth generation programming language were a bit easier than the third generation language. So these were the advanced languages, also known as the high level programming languages, and it used the English short phrases. Third generation language used the English words, okay, but fourth generation language used the more short English phrases. Okay, so it was very easy to use them. Okay, and we can create the complex, we can use the means difficult programs with the 4GLs, with the 4GL, fourth generation language. Okay, and the example of this languages like Java, Visual Basic, SQL. You will learn this language when you will be in 10th or 12th standard. Okay, so the fourth generation language used the short English phrases. Highly user friendly means it was very easy to understand and machine independent. Okay, and result oriented with the minimal requirement of the programming skill. Means you don't need to be professional in this language. If you know this language a little bit, then you can also create a program. Fine. Now we have language processors. So what is the meaning of language processor? Okay, for example, we have learned that in the first generation language, computer understands only 0 and 1, and this is true. Computer understands only 0 and 1, but in fourth generation language, we are using the English words. So how computer is going to understand English? Because he only understands 0 and 1. So to convert our English words in 0 and 1, we need a language processor. Language processor converts the English language or any high level language to the low level language, means the language that computer understands. Okay, so here we write the programming language code. Okay, we will write our code. It will convert into the language processor, convert it into the machine understandable code, means the code that machine can understand. Okay, so here first we have assembler. Assembler is also language processor, but assembler basically needs to translate the programs which are written in the assembly language. Assembly language is a second generation language. Okay, so the codes that we write in assembly language, like the mnemonic codes, for example, we have written LDA4. This is the assembly language written in mnemonic codes. So this code will translate it into this machine language code. So you can see that it is very difficult to remember this code, but it is a bit easier to remember this code. So we use this one and later convert this code into this machine language. So assembler was basically used to convert the assembly language into the machine language. Okay, so this program that we will write in assembly language is known as source program. Okay, and after the conversion, this code is known as object program. Okay, so when we convert the source program, then it become the object program. Okay, fine. Then we have interpreter. So interpreter was basically designed to convert the high level language, that is the third generation language, into the machine language. Okay, but the difficulty is, like, if we have written the 100 lines program, we have given 100 instructions to the computer. So what interpreter does is, interpreter first convert the first line into the machine language, then it will convert the second line into the machine language, then it will convert third line. So it was bit, we can say that, time consuming. Okay, and when it shows error, for example, you have written you in the second line, the computer got error, that there is an error. Okay, so your conversion stops. It just stopped the conversion and told you to first correct your error. Okay, so this was bit time consuming. Okay, and it is not in much use. So that's why we designed the compiler. What compiler does is, compiler just convert the whole lines in one go. Means if you have written 100 lines program, it will convert 100 lines together into the machine language. Okay, and at the end it will show you the error means the mistake that is there in the program. Okay, so I think you are clear in both interpreter and compiler. Interpreter converts one line at a time into machine language, and compiler converts the entire program. So interpreter is bit slow and the compiler is bit fast. Okay, so I hope you all understand the concept of the programming language and the translators means language processors. Okay, so I hope you all understand, and please try to solve the back exercise of this chapter. And if you will face any problem, then I will send you the um, answer key later on, but please try to solve it by yourself. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.